Many people are socialized to believe that oral sex is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's wrong. That you're not supposed to do that. And it makes you, less than or spiritually, not in good favor with God, whatever it is. I remember a client that I had many years ago, and she talked about the fact that she had worked so hard to get a lot of the narratives and the scripts from her religious upbringing out of her head around sex and oral sex and all of that stuff in particular, but that she remembers that essentially the message was, as a woman, if you're giving oral sex to a man, your husband, whomever, you're only supposed to be doing anything with your husband, right? In a marriage, based on her religious upbringing. But if you're doing that, then you're a whore. You're a hoe. Period. Point blank. Period. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. And she said she worked hard to get rid of that, and she's able to very much know that that's not the truth, but she still can't bring herself to give oral sex because the act of doing that, it's just. She can't make that connection. You know what I'm saying? We got to have compassion for folks who are dealing with that. Even though she's been able to correct the narrative, she still has a heart. She cannot do it. She just cannot do it. Some of the messages that we have around even having this conversation, you know what I'm saying, is is Jesus in the room with all of this? You know what I'm saying? Is he in there with everything? And the reality is that, God gave us, I'm just going to put my little piece on it, gave us our bodies and gave us the sacred intimacy of marriage to be able to explore ourselves and to be able to explore different levels of intimacy, emotional intimacy, sexual intimacy, all kinds of intimacy with one another. And there's levels to it. And as soon as you hit one level and start to skate on that thing, dang, you're like, it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level available to me. But we got to be willing to have these conversations and talk about these things.